celebrating their first title in 10 years. But according to our friend Chris Haynes, LeBron reportedly told Anthony Davis, quote, "We've got more work to do," if the duo wants to turn their one ring into several rings. For the record, LeBron now has 4 championships. But Shannon, how many more will LeBron win in his career?
And 4 finals MVPs. Let's not let that, hey, there's a lot of guys got championship, but it's them 4 things that say you the dog. Yeah, that's what it means, Skip Bayless. Let's see. LeBron is about to be 36 in 2 months. I hate predicting this, Skip, because obviously, I mean, LeBron was 26, and he had, he had just won a title. I was like, oh, they're about to win about 3 or 4. But I'm going to say this. If they can stay healthy, I believe they're going to upgrade because Jeannie knows what the hell she's doing, and she's giving Rob Pelinka complete control. And Rob made the promise to LeBron, and LeBron said it, I'll do whatever it takes for us to win a title. And if that means you have to move some pieces, I don't know. They don't have a whole lot of pieces, Skip, because basically everybody was on player options or only had 1-year contracts. Anthony Davis is 27. The impact that LeBron has had on AD, because by December, Skip, AD was out of the playoffs. AD is learning what it is to play hard on a nightly basis. Learning what it is to be counted on and thought of in a top 5 player on a nightly basis. That's one of the biggest impacts that LeBron has had on him, is that he gets an opportunity to see a guy that puts that kind of effort, that kind of into his body, to his game. AD plays hard every night. Skip, I'm not so sure that, AD is like, well, he don't play through injuries. He had this injury in New Orleans. Is he going to play with that heel? Is he going to play with that foot, that sprained ankle? So with that being said, we're at 4. I believe LeBron has 2 more years where he will be either the best player or top 3 or 4 player. I'm going to say they win at least 1, maybe 2 in the next 3 years. 1 to 2 in the next 3 years. I believe they'll win next year.
Okay, which is it, 1 or 2?
1.5.
1.5 is impossible.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like Vegas. Like Fox Bet, they give you the over-under, so that way they know good well somebody can't win. You can't win by 3.5 points. You know what, Skip? I'm gonna go conservative. I'm gonna say 1, but knowing the GOAT like I do, that he's gonna probably take a week or 2 off and then be right back in the lab. I'm gonna say he'll win 2 titles in 4 years.
2 and 4, and you think after 4 he'll be out of his prime or whatever, his ability to play at a high level? No, that's when they'll transition, and it'll be AD. So LeBron then, instead of getting his 25, he'll probably get somewhere around 20, but he'll still be able to give you 8, 10 assists tonight. Yeah. At nearing age 40.
It'll be 38.
Well, 4 years from now, he would be going on 40. But I'm saying
2 years, I believe he'll be in this block where he is right now.
Okay. So you're saying 2 championships over the next 4 years.
Correct. Because you know the Lakers. People love coming to the Lakers. Big names love coming to the Lakers. They love that.
Okay. I'm going to remind everybody what just happened felt meant to be. Everything broke perfectly for LeBron and Anthony Davis and your Lakers. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment the way you are, because you finally won something and you can't quit gloating about it or goating about it. And I just want to remind everybody that it couldn't have been easier for LeBron James than the easiest path he's ever had to a ring. The pandemic happened right on time. It wasn't good for anybody but LeBron, to me. It gave him time to heal up and revitalize and get ready for a playoff run at the end of year 17. It was perfect for him.
But yet it was your guys that had off-season surgery. Kawhi on his knee, Paul George on his shoulders.
They had not played enough together. They were just starting to click. They needed to continue on conventionally, finishing out the season and having to fly back and forth to cities, which LeBron did not have to do, to win a championship. They needed to stay in rhythm and not in a bubble, because you know and I know half the Clippers didn't even want to go to the bubble in the first place. Half were torn about Black Lives Matter issues. Half were torn about just COVID issues, and that team was never together once the bubble started. While LeBron did a great job, that's where he won his championship. He kept his guys together.
Were they ever together?
The Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
When they beat LeBron and AD in opening night on Christmas
really?
Day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you hung the banner. Remember how you was chirping? And then on Christmas again, you hung the banner. And I told you what was going to happen to your team. But your head hard.
So the Clippers are not to be written off right now. And I'm going to remind everybody, when the Clippers were playing the Nuggets, every night, Fox Bet had them, and as did all the odds makers in Vegas, had them 8.5 to 9 point favorites every night against the Nuggets. The Lakers started to play the Nuggets, and every night they were 5 or 6 point favorites. So Vegas kept saying to you, the Clippers are better than the Lakers. Vegas picked the Clippers to win it going into the playoffs, but they didn't predict what was going to happen, that the bubble was going to burst for the Clippers.
I predicted what was going to happen.
Okay, you predict every year he's going to win everything, and you finally got one right.
No, don't do that, Skip. Don't do
because
that.
they avoided the Clippers.
Skip, don't do that.
Because the Clippers self-destructed. And I'm going to remind everybody, the Clippers in the 3 closeout games were up 16 on the Nuggets and 19 on the Nuggets and then 12 on the Nuggets.
Yes.
It showed you again and again and again, they're so much better than the Nuggets because they're better than the Lakers.
It showed me they're front runners. But what happened, Skip, when the team started executing? And then all of a sudden you couldn't make a shot, but you got those 3. See, what I don't understand, when you got those 3 legendary defenders, I'm trying to figure out how can they still get the Nuggets get anything they want whenever they want when you're down by 19. Pat Bev should be able to lock it down. Remember how he knocked the ball? But knocked the ball out of Jamal Murray's hand. Knocked the ball out of Jeremy Grant's hand.
Yep.
Do something with Yoke.
It's called looking ahead. All of a sudden, Drew Brees is completely out of the game in favor of Taysom Hill.
Well, they had a couple of third downs last night. They brought Taysom Hill in, and I'm sure Drew wasn't happy about that one.
I agree. And yet, how can you argue with this play?
Right. Well, it's better if he runs the football.
Yep.
I just don't, Skip. I understand that, we're going to give him a chance, but I just don't see him being the starting quarterback.
Most superstar quarterbacks, even aging superstar quarterbacks, they're just not going to stand for that, yet he seems to swallow it.
I don't think he got a choice much in at this juncture of his career.
I guess not. Well, again, now you've got Saints, Bucks, and Panthers tied at 3-2.
Yeah, Carolina's better than I thought. They would be definitely better than I thought they would be.
Teddy Bridgewater's been playing at a high level.
Atlanta, Mr. Blank had finally pulled the plug.
He did.
Well, Shannon, you said it was bound to happen at some point. And look, I'm excited for Justin Herbert. I was around him a lot in college. He's impressive. He's a smart kid. He was a biology major. This kid gets it. He had over a 4.0 when he graduated. So
that was like me.
There.
Had over a 4.0.
Yeah, did you ever?
But it was on a 10 scale.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
What was your GPA, Shannon?
278.
Okay, just wanted it.
278.
No,
Magna cum laude.
I know what Skip
I was on the
was.
dean list a bunch.
I know what Skip was. We don't even have to say
For doing what?
There you go, see.
Doing what exactly? How about we talk about your Lakers, Shannon, again, as you continue to celebrate